do not know sometimes where the audacity comes from to like talk about stuff that's going on in your relationship online. For me, I find it kind of weird. Okay. However, we find that people have become more and more bold, more and more audacious, more and more messy about it. There's a level of parasocial relationships that exist that kind of just blurs the lines when it comes to creating boundaries for yourself. And as I said, as a person who does not have clear boundaries, I may be susceptible to this. But every time I feel like, acha niambie watu kenye inaendelea. Every time I feel like, ooh, inaniwasha, leo amenifika mwisho, leo amenifika hapa, the tip of my hair. And then I said, I'm going to tell this on a story time. You know what happens? I remember, wow. The way you think the perception and the reception of the story is going to be is not always the same way that it is going to be received. Case in point, the Delulu girl that Turi mentioned yesterday who fell in love with her psychiatrist. She thought she was going to come on the internet and get so much love for this unprofessional man who created boundaries, but somehow had an affair with her in the back of her mind, a secret. He was getting off of being her physiotherapist. That was Delulu, okay? She thought that she would be received so well, embraced. Guess what happened? The whole internet is against her, okay? She even tried to dox this doctor. Nothing has happened to him. Please, it's crazy. Thinking back to what has been happening this whole year, we've seen people decide to come online and tell us about their relationships. Sarah Mtali being one of them, and her man. And unfortunately, the blowback is equally so. Some of the places she went were so dark that even us guys are looking in and going like, what? We've seen so many people telling us so much stuff about their relationship. What's the girl who was dating the guy from what was Machachari? Their relationship also, they did that thing. We've seen so many people coming online and telling us the whole drama about how they have a deadbeat baby daddy. Who's the Forex guy who has dreads? What's his name? The light-skinned Forex guy who has dreads, and he was dating a girl who ended up saying that he was deadbeat.
Pluto.
Yes, the Pluto also. He kept quiet. The ex spoke and spoke and spoke. Like, we've seen so many people doing the same thing over and over again, and the blowback is not often what they expect it to be. And sometimes it is what they expect it to be, but now you've said too much, there's no going back. You have to keep feeding the monster. So personally for me, I feel like that is why I choose not to keep my stuff online. It's so much public drama, but then the damage to you is irreversible. Like, you really just cannot go back. You will feel embarrassed. You will have to keep feeding this demon. It's a lot. Yeah.
And honestly, I understand how in a relationship, comes to an end, somebody may be feeling hurt. Somebody may want vengeance. But always be the bigger person. Unless you're coming to clear your name because somebody's telling lies about you, yeah, granted. But still, I don't know why people kind of forget that the internet never forgets. And the internet means even people in Russia, like once you put it out, even somebody in Mongolia can see. I don't know why we always think that it's only our close friends and family who are privy to the content we put out. The minute you post send, like the whole globe will consume this content. Like somebody in China will just be looking at you. You're a representative of your country. How to Kenya? My God, this is so messy. Like, your digital footprint is so important. I'll give you an example. We had Maureen Waitito and Frankie Just Jimmy. Y'all remember how it went down when they broke up and somebody was being messy and already dating somebody new, and somebody else was hurt about the whole scenario and how it played out, and they came to the internet and they exposed each other, and they did so much, and now they're friends, like they're co-parenting smoothly. So much so that, the last birthday party for their son, Maureen was there, the former mother-in-law was there, Frankie was there, and guys in the comment section like, are these not the people who chased you out and your children out of your house? Like, why are you chilling with them? We are invested. We are feeling hurt on your behalf. These days, if you want to get a visa, even to US, They want your social media. They want to go through the things you've been posting. So if all your drama is pulling up to the woman who has been, messing with your man and beating her up and posting it on the internet like somebody will not see. People who are visiting the Philippines and Thailand, have we not seen how their immigration is messy? Like they'll ask for your social media, they see something sus, you're put in those detention centers. They're like, you're not going to bring your immorality to our country. Stop. Please remember, your digital footprint is a representative of you. So if you're out here exposing your ex's nudes, exposing, oh, I want my teeth back, you're so petty. Everyone remembers that. Like, we will never forget. I see something juicy, I will associate that with you. Atoki rebrand.
Permanently, yeah.
Even Shakila has been so low-key. But anytime I think about Shakila, I remember milk and remote. No matter how you rebrand, we're still going to remember you the way you portrayed yourself at some point.
Yeah, not to mention that you are also involving other people. Like, you're not just like spreading information about yourself, you're also spreading information about this other person, which can lead to like a very huge cast on their part, in the way of a dark cloud is always following them as well. You are publicly humiliating them, embarrassing them, giving us information about their lives that probably they didn't want to put out there. But here we are later, and this person is still downcast because they have no longer trust you. They can't trust you. There's no going back from that. You find that they become very emotionally withdrawn. They can become it can be the stumbling block to your communication going forward, because why would I trust you with any more ammunition? Like, it's me giving you ammunition to post online. That is a difficult place to come back from. You also have long-term resentment, where someone is just like, okay, now you put me out online like this. If someone loses a job, if someone loses friends, if someone loses part of their social circle, anything, if there's any loss of any kind, it can lead to huge repercussions of, I don't like you anymore. I can't unsee this. I can't undo this. And of course, there is one very important thing of, it becomes really difficult to repair your relationship, if at all. It almost becomes an irreversible sentence on your relationship moving forward. Yeah, it can be quite defamatory to people who didn't want to be part of the internet, and now they have to justify themselves.
Yeah, and also people just kind of lose respect for you. Like right now, if even I was a business or I owned a company and I needed influencers for social media, there are people I will steer away from simply because I've seen what they're capable of on the internet. I've seen the lengths they will go to. I've seen people who, because I'll give an example. Sometimes, when brands are working with you, sometimes there's payment delays, and it's normal. Utapata mtu alienda kakuanika. Sasa unashindwa sasa. Si ungoje tu hii time. We are dealing with things. Mtu ashakuanika. Will you ever trust this person again? If you are capable of exposing your wife, somebody you spent 10 years together with, if you're capable of coming and hanging their dirty linen in public, how can I trust you with my brand? How can I trust you with my way of making money? If you can lie about domestic violence, how can I trust you? And, please, just, if it's violence, end a police station. There are so many avenues for you to resolve your breakup that do not involve social media.
Ultimately, there is also a pattern that you tend to have, especially in cases where you're embraced with a lot of sympathy. It becomes your go-to place, because every time something goes wrong, instead of you dealing with it privately, instead of dealing with it,
go seek validation.
You go seek validation online. You're seeking that sympathy, the empathy. You're seeking that excessive, I don't know, I'm trying to look for the word, that encouragement from your audiences to continue to pursue things in the wrong way or so. Like, it can be very unhealthy, a pattern that you start to breed for yourself, which is difficult to break, because now you don't find normal avenues of dealing with things. You don't know how to actually deal with a private matter privately. You're always trying to vent online and create this holier than thou, halo over your head type personality.
Victimy, persevering.
Yeah, it's just I am the person who was afflicted by this. This happened to me, right? And it was perpetrated and caused by XYZ. And so it can be very difficult to unlearn those habits. It can be very, very difficult to have intimacy with people privately, because also, like, I'm in a relationship with you. I know that if anything goes wrong, you're gonna snitch. Look at Teresa, Carol. Every small thing they want to put it online. Every small argument they want to go and have a live Instagram and TikTok session just so they can tell us the tea and give us their perspective. Sometimes it's okay for people to think you are mysterious. Can we just be mysterious? Look at Sierra. She said nothing about that man. She and Future broke up. She said, oh, nyamazad. Okay? Kept it moving. Look how pressed Future has been for years. This babe has like 4 children. Future bado tu kukuwa na lament. Like, do you know what I mean? Find healthier ways of dealing with stuff. Stop creating patterns that are very difficult to break. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, just stay off the internet.
Also, don't forget your kids will see this stuff, right? Like, I'm imagining Koku's kids looking at this online later on, years to come.
It's not even, it's even like right now.
The kids around school telling them, Niliona baba yako.
Your mother and father are fighting on the internet. Like, you expose yourselves to so much. Imagine dealing with this privately versus your child going to school and being asked, why was your father beating your mother? You know, like, is everything okay at home? Even the teachers, they have a
bias will form
about it, because they're like, oh, this poor child, you know, why are you singling out your child?
Or they will hate your parent, and that will then be reflected on how they treat you.
It will.
Like, let's just think about the impact of this on your children, on your relatives, on people that are close to you. Do you really want them to suffer through this? Think about Mulamwa, for example. Like, every time you see Mulamwa, all you think about is, it's the guy who keeps impregnating women and leaving them. That's all I think about. You know? I'm just saying, he gonna plant a baby in you and then he'll dip. All right, these are the things that I think about when I see these people. Can I change that perspective? He probably is a very nice guy in real life. He probably is very well spoken, very articulate, very interesting, very well developed and well rounded human being. But all I know is he just will get you pregnant and leave you. It's difficult to wash that out. So let's be more mindful of the digital footprint that we're trying to create for ourselves and the people around us. And if we can, tuambie story 10 years later. Tuandikie book 10 years later, but IRL, when it's happening, keep it on the down low, okay?
And also, don't bait people into having opinions about your partner. Have you been seeing this trend where people, you know, for content, they'll paint their partner in bad light so that they get engagement. Leave him. Do away with him. You're over there creating content saying, oh, I'm suffering. I've been doing all the housework.
He told me he'll buy me a new car if I get 50,000 likes. Girl, of course we hate him. What do you mean?
Setting up your partners for this? Like, you guys are so weird. I've been up with the kids since morning and he's still asleep. But you're not giving us context. Maybe he's coming off of an overnight shift. We don't know. We hate your partner. Like, oh, leave that deadbeat. Like, you're better off alone. Housework ni kitu ngumu ya kufanya. Stop setting up your partners for failure on the internet. And then when we tell you, oh, you need to leave that man, you start coming up with scenarios. Stop trusting internet people. Munasema ati mi nimeboeka by the way. It is so draining being on the internet. So this weekend, carve out some time where you're not on your phone.
Yeah.
Carve out, you know.
Touch grass. Go and see Karura imekatwa miti wamefika wapi. But then why are you guys cutting trees in Karura? You know, it's crazy out here. Hey, there's no rest for the weekend. And clearly we are all week. See you next week. My name is Kathomi. Kathomi, have an awesome weekend.
My name is Turife. Have a lovely weekend. Stay off your phone. See you next week. Bye.